Hi, good evening and welcome to our first edition of Oyinbo in Lagos. Tonight we're going to cook some turkey on a grill, but first of all, let's start off without a lighter grill. I start off with some of this. It's from a coconut tree. It's like a porous matting. I just tear up into little strips. I put that in the bottom of my grill. Then I use some small strips of wood that I've cut up already. It's got to be dry wood. And back home we used to call this kindling. I put those on top, and I put some smaller ones on top of those. Then I get my charcoal. This is locally produced Nigerian charcoal. It's made from burning wood in an oxygen-deprived environment. Basically, I'm just going to pour that out on top of the sticks in a pretty big heap at the moment in the middle of my grill pan. Just like so. Now I'm going to use some kerosene, and if you notice in the top of this bottle I put a small hole, like a pinhole. What that allows me to do is just spray the kerosene on top of the charcoal. Because the charcoal is very dry, then it sucks the kerosene into the charcoal. What this does is, as the charcoal is lighting and getting going, the kerosene acts like a fuel, and the charcoal is like a wick. So it doesn't burn the kerosene all at once. And that's how we get our charcoal going, because that's what we're going to use to cook. We're not really going to use the wood, we're not going to use the coconut fibers, we're just going to use the charcoal. We'll just spray that on, and because the hole is small, you would think that I was using a ton of kerosene, but I've actually only used about this much to do the whole thing. So we're just going to leave that now for a few minutes to soak into the charcoal itself. And once it's soaked in, we'll come back and we'll light it. Now our kerosene has sunk into our charcoal, and I'm going to use some matches to light the fire. What I tend to do, because it's a little bit windy, is use a small cluster of matches, just like this, 3 or 4 together, and I just strike them down, put it in the fire. Just try and cover it with my hand a little bit till that kerosene gets going. Come on baby, light my fire. Come on baby, light my fire. Come on baby, burn it higher. And there we go. The process has started. Now we'll leave this for about 15 to 20 minutes. The wood will burn away. Charcoal will start to make embers, and that's what we're going to cook on. We don't cook on flames because it's going to burn. So now we're going to marinate our turkey. In this pan we have some pepper, tomato, onions, garlic and ginger. And we reduced it down so it's soft, partly cooked. What we're going to do is we're going to spoon that on top of our turkey. You can see our turkey here in this bowl. Then we're just going to turn our turkey over using our tongs. Oh, it's a bit slippery. We're just going to put some on the other side. Within this sauce mixture there is salt and pepper and some herbs and spices that you can add to your own taste. What we're going to do now is we're going to cover this, we're going to put the turkey back in the fridge, and we're going to leave it for maybe 1 or 2 hours. And that's going to allow all the spices to penetrate into the meat. There's also some red oil in this mixture, which is going to make it crispy on the outside, keep it moist. Our barbecue charcoal and wood has started to burn down. Now the temperature on top is quite high. If you notice, when we had this barbecue made, it's pretty simple. It's just welded steel. But we made it so that the old grill tray out of an oven would fit inside. Stainless steel, doesn't rust. It allows you to firmly hold your food so that it won't drop inside. And basically, we're just going to use a pair of tongs. We've got our marinated turkey. We're just going to lift it out and put it on top of the grill. And fairly quickly, the heat and the flame is going to start and seal the meat. It's important that we turn it frequently, so that when we turn it, we don't allow it to burn. We're just going to pick up our turkey and turn it. You can see we're not looking to make it golden brown and crispy all in one go. What we're looking to do is just make sure that we seal it so that all the flavour of the spices, the pepper and the tomato are sealed in. Now we've put our turkey inside the grill pan and covered it with some aluminium foil. Turkey is now cooking more evenly. It's like a small oven in there, and the sound is amazing. Open the foil carefully at the edges. Try not to burn our hands or rip the foil in the process. What we're going to do now is we're just going to turn our turkey over. As you can see now, it's starting to get golden brown. It's cooked nice and thoroughly. You can feel the temperature of your fire by just putting your hand on top of the turkey inside. Feel the tin foil. You can actually feel the heat that's developed in there, so you know your meat is cooking. If we open it up again, just have a look now. You can see that starting to brown off nicely. The juices are coming out, the oils, the flavour and the seasoning is sealed in. If while you're cooking a meat you want to know whether it's ready or not, or how well cooked it is, then you can push a fork down into it and press it on top of the holes. And if blood comes out, you know it needs more cooking. If the juices are clear, you know you're nearly there. I want to take off the tin foil. Try and store that in a way that I can use it again. As we can see, in the bottom of the pan is the oil, because the grill pan is on a slant, so the meat has already been drying out. What we want to do now is carefully change it over onto the grill pan. You might just want to move the coals if you're starting to get a little bit low on embers, but I think we're okay here. Basically, just take our turkey with a fork and just put it back on the fire. And then we're going to flip this over and put it on top. So here we are now in the final section. We're going to take our turkey off the grill and put it on the plate. So here goes. We're going to be eating our turkey with rice and beans, and the sauce that was left over that we used for the marinade, we've reheated it again. It's very important that you boil it because you put raw meat inside, and we're going to use that as a side sauce. We can see our turkey has come off the grill. We're just going to put it on our plate with our rice. Just put a little sauce next to it. And that is tonight's dinner. Have a great evening. We'll be back next week with another program on the grill where we're going to be grilling catfish in 2 different ways. Please don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video. Thanks. Bon appetit.